Somebody bet I couldn't build a 1x1 house in Bloxburg, so in this video, I'm attempting to build a 1x1 house in Bloxburg. Let's see if I can prove them wrong. Usually I would start the video by saying something like, here's the layout, or time to figure out the layout, but in this case, there's not much of a layout to be made in the first place. This is our layout. I'm actually not gonna have the first wall just for the building part, and then I'll add it kind of last so that I can actually see what I'm doing, because it's extremely hard to see inside a 1x1. As you can see, I'm struggling to try to view it from another view than the top as the first mini rant kind of story time of the video, because I think I make multiple story times in like every video. I want to talk about what happened a couple days ago. My art and multimedia teacher actually let me in the studio where students aren't allowed, and it was so cool. Like, that was the coolest thing ever. There was a part of the ceiling that was kind of like lower than the other part, and there were blue neons around it. He literally showed me like you can dim the lights and everything. It was so cool. I just wanted to stay there for the rest of the school year, but unfortunately I couldn't do that because for some reason my account doesn't work on half the computers. I think my password and like account or whatever it's called doesn't work on Mac, and I don't know why, but it really sucks. The computer that was in the studio is a Mac, so I couldn't stay there, which was so sad, but at least I got to go in the studio, which was so cool. Like, there were a bunch of computers, a mic, little stools and chairs and a bunch of stuff, and I wasn't allowed to be there, but the teacher allowed me to be there. There were even neons. When have you ever seen neons in your school? And that's a public school I'm talking about. This isn't even like a fancy schmancy private school. No, this is just a normal public school. Actually, some people say it's one of the worst public schools ever. Nope. I've been there for half of a school year so far, and I do not have a single negative thing to say about it, other than the people that go to that school often go outside to consume substances, let's just say it like that. But other than that, they're just normal people. The teachers are normal teachers. The classes are normal classes. Seriously, none of that like private schools are good and public schools are bad. None of those stereotypes apply to the school I'm going to. Even if it's known as one of the worst schools ever, I cannot see a single stereotype about it. Also, we're not going to look at the outside of this house because it's gonna be a mess. So maybe I'll put a fence here, like a really tall fence, and then a bunch of trees or something to cover it up. I don't know. Just don't look at the exterior and it'll be fine. My two best friends, Zoe and Radish, are still going to that school, and they tell me things that happened because the class didn't change at all. There's still like the same people. I think there's like there's two new people in the classroom that I used to be in, but other than that, it's all the same people. So my friend Radish is always updating me on like, oh, these people are together now, and I'm like, what? Like, once she told me two people got together, and I was like, what? Because I would never have seen them together, like, at all. So that was kind of crazy. But yeah, I love getting updates. Like, it's so cool. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Oh gosh, I just hit my mic. Why did I say it like that? Like, my mic. I just hit my mic. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that. So back to what I was saying. Since my best friends still go to that school, I can know what they're doing without being there, which is awesome. I love getting like updates on the school that I used to go to. I don't know why, but it's just cool to know what's going on. But I got off track again, so I'm gonna try to get back on track. At my school, we did something that was like something normal. Like, my whole grade did it. And at the school that I used to go to, my best friends are in a program that's like, the people who are not in that program think it's like the smart kid program. It's not really, but people think it is. I'll just call it the smart kid program, but just know I do not think it's a smart kid program by any means. I don't think I was smarter than everyone else for being in that program, not at all, but I'm just gonna call it that for convenience sake. So they're in the quote-unquote smart kids program, program, and the quote-unquote smart kids program did something that was only for the quote-unquote smart kid program. I'm gonna stop saying quote-unquote now because I feel like it's gonna get annoying, but just know that I don't think it's a smart kid program. Anyways, I said that 1,000 times. Moving on. They did something that was only for the smart kid program as like the thing that the smart kids do. You know, like it's like only the smart kids can do it kind of vibe. Even though everyone could have done it, they did it as like the smart kid program because they're special. You know, that kind of thing? Yeah, that's what they did. You know what that smart kid program thing they did? Well, it was the exact same as what my whole school did. It wasn't even a smart kid thing. My whole school did it. And trust me, not my whole school is smart. I don't want to be like rude or anything, but not my whole school is the smartest. We still all did it and we were still all able to do it. Like no one struggled to do it. Everyone finished it in time and everything. And they did that as like the smart kids special, you know? So that was kind of crazy because like Radish and me were talking. By the way, if you think it's weird that I call her Radish, it's because she doesn't want me to say her real name. There's a reason I call her Radish, but only people who know her in real life and go to the same school she goes to would know it. So sorry if that sounds really weird hearing you talk about my friend Radish, but just pretend Radish is her name, okay? Radish is obviously not her name. Anyways, off topic again. They did that as like the smart kid thing. They're special, but it wasn't even anything special. We all did it at a public school and it wasn't even anything special. It was just like a normal thing. So yeah, if you're getting bullied, then consider a private school, but if you're not getting bullied, then just go to a public school. There's not that much difference. And even then, even if you decide to go to a private school because you're getting bullied, you might still get bullied at a private school. The person who used to be my friend got bullied a lot, and it wasn't just little things like, ah, you're ugly. It was pretty heavy stuff. 3 older boys were bullying her regularly, and they actually managed to make her cry on multiple occasions. It all happened in the bus, and the bus driver was completely aware of everything, but he didn't do anything about it. Straight up nothing. He didn't even care. Then my friend started talking about it to her parents, and they spoke about it to like the big heads, you know, the powerful people up there. I forgot what they're called in English. The principals. Yeah, because we had multiple principals. It was weird. We had like the big boss. He was obviously not called Big Boss, but I like to call him the big boss because he was like the main principal, the most powerful one, the one with all the power. And then there were other principals for a specific grade. So yeah, there were multiple principals, but anyways, that doesn't matter. So everything got to the big heads, the multiple principals, and they I don't know what it's called again, so sorry.
A few minutes later.
What was I talking about? Shoot. Also, I know it makes absolutely no sense to have a shower set above the chair, but what else do you want to do? Normal Bloxburg showers are bigger than the whole house. I should do that. I should turn this exact Bloxburg shower into a Bloxburg house. Do you guys want to see that? Comment if you'd watch that. That would be so cool. I absolutely would do that. Back on track. What was I talking about again? Yeah, my friend got bullied a lot. It was bad. And the guy got like an out of school detention. Is that what it's called? He couldn't go to school for 7 days. I want to have to stay out of school for 7 days. Please. Thank you. That would be so cool. You telling me if I start to bully someone, I'm gonna get to stay home for a whole week? What the heck? That's not how it's supposed to work. Okay, so let's quickly check that this meets all the requirements. I just want to add a quick plant first because this is kind of ugly without it. So the requirements for this house to be considered a house are that it has to be able to boost all of your moods. So in order for me to be able to say challenge completed, I have to be able to get all my moods at 100% using only this thing, because I don't think I can call it a house, but we're gonna call it a house because the challenge is building a house. So energy, you can sit. It might not be the best thing for your head, but you can do it, and it boosts your energy. Hygiene, you can shower while your feet are inside the chair. It boosts your hygiene. Fun, you can read a book while sitting in the chair and say a definite goodbye to your head at the same time. Finally, hunger. Does coffee boost your hunger? Yes, it does. Coffee improves your hunger by 2%. So if your hunger was at 0, you can take 50 coffees and your hunger will be at 100%. How efficient. If that's not enough for you, well, you can call a pizza or something from Bloxburg, but I'd rather have a pizza, so I'm gonna call a pizza. But just in case you want to be healthy and you don't want to be eating out every single time, well, not actually eating out, but eating food that you would eat out, but in your own house by ordering it from a restaurant that you would eat out at. But if you want to eat healthier, you can use a mini fridge.
The next day.
Oh, would you look at that? The tree fairy gave us a visit. It's time for the tour. I made it so that the door would open outwards, even though that's not how I would normally work, like in real life. If the door opened the other way, you wouldn't even be able to get in the house. Like, I can barely stand in here. There's like no foot space. I have to be like on the couch. So this tour is gonna have to be done in free cam. Here's a brief overlook at everything we got. First of all, this is the chair in which you would rest to boost your energy, and right above it, super conveniently placed, is the shower set, so you can shower and wet the chair at the same time. How wonderful! Right in front of the chair, again, so convenient, you can just sit and open the fridge and get yourself a snack. But if you're too lazy to get yourself a snack, or there's not enough storage to put any actual food, you can take a coffee, which boosts your energy by 2% in one of these lovely pink mugs, or you can call yourself a pizza. You probably also need a bit of motivation. Since you're living in this house, you're probably not the richest, so remember to always be kind, and no matter what happens, remember, you can do anything you put your mind to. If you just put in the right amount of effort, you will succeed. The success may not be immediate, but it will come. Believe in yourself. You probably also need some greenery to stay sane, and what better to occupy yourself than some books, because reading is just the best thing ever. And as a final touch, and also pretty much our only source of lighting, we have some string lights which are so cute. I actually wanted to put some more motivational quotes on these paintings, but it turns out you cannot change the decal, which is kind of sad, but it's okay. And yeah, this is probably the shortest tour I've ever done, but that's pretty much it for this house. I mean, there's not much other than that to say, so yeah, that's our house. So yeah guys, that was it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like and subscribe to let me know, and I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye!